What's up, guys and gals? Your host with the most, Griever, as always, bringing you guys the latest piece of One Piece. One Piece, chapter 1048. Now, getting into chapter 1048, this chapter wasn't that great, was it? Nah, it opened really well. The cover page, we're going to get into the cover page actually this week because I don't understand what's going on with the cover page. Maybe somebody can explain it to me. Maybe I'm just missing it. You know, I'm trying to use the gray matter between these ears here, but it's just not hitting with me. I don't understand the point. And then the beginning chapter, the part of the chapter was good, but then once again, going into the flashback, like, we get it. We already, like, Oda's trying to hit home the suffering of the people of Wano, and I understand. But we didn't need, like, 10 out of the 18 pages of this chapter to be the suffering of the people of Wano. We understand. They starved, they died, they returned into smiles, 20 years of suffering. We get it. We have already been shown. It's sort of like, to me personally, what this chapter was trying to do was sort of, you know, as a kid, and maybe this is sort of defending what Oda was doing, because, you know, when you're a kid, well, I mean, I'm in Canada, so maybe you guys had it different, but we had what was called assemblies. Maybe you guys have them in America or wherever you're from, I don't know, in school, right? We had Remembrance Day. I know the Americans have Veterans Day, blah, blah, blah. And you would learn and talk about, like, World War I, World War II, and the sacrifice made by brave soldiers, right? You would appreciate the veterans, right? And you would understand the Holocaust, and you would understand, like, all the pain and suffering. But I remember as a kid, it was sort of like, yeah, when we've already done the assembly and stuff, and I was never against that stuff. I still celebrate Remembrance Day and blah, blah, blah. But as a kid, I remember when going to history class and then talking about it, it was like, we already covered that. You know, it's sort of like if you went to English class, like for 3 years in high school, like English 10, English 11, English 12, right? And every year, and it was always Shakespeare for some goddamn reason. He wasn't that great a writer. But anyways, point of the matter is that if you did Shakespeare, but you didn't do like Twelfth Night, then Romeo and Juliet, and then King Lear or something like that, you know, you did different ones, whatever, Macbeth, etc. What if you had to do Romeo and Juliet in 10th grade, 11th grade, and 12th grade? By 12th, if not by 11th, by 12th grade, you'd be like, we got it. They kill themselves. Two people are in love and end up, you know, like, we get it, you know, by that point. And it sort of feels like that this way to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking out of my ass a little bit. That's what I always do anyways, you know, clearly. But I just feel like the middle part of this chapter was sort of like, yeah, like, we don't need to be reminded only because we're still in Wano. You know what I mean? So all the examples I gave, maybe they were good, maybe they were shit. I don't know. But the point of the matter is that Oda's trying to hammer home the Holocaust happened in Wano. And it's like, yeah. But Oda, we're still in Wano. So we know. We don't need to be reminded. We've been here the entire time. We haven't left yet. It's not like it's been 2 arcs later and we need an entire flashback with Odin and remembering the suffering of Wano and blah, 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 and Luffy gets some MC power-up or blah, blah, blah. We're not at that stage right now because we're still in Wano. We still understand. The entire raid is based off the fact that they've been suffering for 20 years. I don't think much of the fan base has forgotten this point. Now, maybe I'm giving too much credit to the One Piece community. Maybe I'm not giving enough credit to Oda. However, I just feel like a bit of a waste of a chapter. You know what I mean? Because, well, let's just go through it really quick. The cover page, I don't get it. Like, okay, so apparently number 1 and number 4 they're going to come and try to come back, right? The Germa, it's entitled, is the Germa trying to infiltrate Chocolate Town again. And we have Cracker, who looks up, bandaged up, but seemingly fully healed, thinking about having his hair cut off. And then we have Brûlée sticking her hand in the mirror, talking about Ichiji and Reiju. So I'm sitting there going, what do you mean they're infiltrating? Because if Brule is the one putting her hand in the mirror, I don't get this. Like, when I said I don't understand the cover seal, I don't really understand. Why is Cracker thinking about the top half of his hair being cut off? And why is Brule sticking her hand in the mirror, pointing at it to Cracker, saying, let's go, and talking about getting the last two of the Germa siblings? But then the title is, the Germa is trying to infiltrate Chocolate Town again. Like, no. Even if they are, the image is telling me that Brule is trying to convince Cracker, hey, I have this mirror, let's go after the Germa. So, what's up with that? You know, that part is sort of bothering me. Like, I don't fully understand that. Maybe it's just the wording. I don't understand. But anyway, the first part of the chapter is pretty good. Let's just call a spade a spade. The first part of the chapter, as we know, the super powered, and a lot of people call it's basically the Su Wukong gun. It's the Goku gun. Let's call it what it is. King Kong gun. It's the Goku gun. All right, that's Luffy's new attack. The super powered, crazy King Kong gun. That's the size of Onigashima. Right. That's the new ability. It's been stated that in this chapter. Okay, fine, dandy. You know, a lot of people don't like the element of Su Wukong being involved, but So, pretty much, I like the beginning part because Luffy has already told Momo, like, you have to move Onigashima out of the way. And Momo's like, I can't do it. And then Momo thinks and remembers the family and remembers his entire family and thinks, you know, we'll find a way to revive the Kazuki clan in the future. And then he gives up on the idea of using flame clouds and just goes, damn it, boom! And he bashes into Onigashima with a headbutt, just trying to move the fucking thing, like, at all costs. Momo is not weak in this chapter. Like, this was a great opening page, seeing Momo just like, I can't, fuck it, boom, and just tries whatever will take to do what he needs to do, right? He's not giving up, which is fantastic. Then we see, of course, the shot right here. I missed it last chapter. A lot of people did, that Luffy was actually holding on to Kaido while making the fist in the sky. And here, if nothing else, this is a goddamn awakening, ladies and gentlemen. If this is not the awakening, I've always thought that Kaido was already pre-awakened the entire time. But if you guys don't want to believe that, then believe this. Flaming Drum Dragon is his goddamn awakening at this point. He might not call it that, but for fuck's sakes, it's gotta be. Well, like, this is the final stage of the battle. Like, it has to be. Otherwise, we're going to go off on another friggin' 20 chapter, and it's going to get ridiculous. It's just going to get too ridiculous. Kaido is either already awakened, or this flaming drum dragon is his full awakening. So, Kaido admits to saying, alright, you know what? Don't worry about it, Straw Hat. Let go. I'm not going to move. I'm going to take this attack head on, and you're going to take mine. And, of course, Kaido, with his respect for Odin, says that the country's hero died 20 years ago, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, they've been waiting for you. Waiting for the saviors, for the people to show up. And, you know, I assure you, I'm not going to run from this. You want to take me down? You want to take down me, Kaido of the Beast, after 20 years? You want to prove to me, Straw Hat, that you can take me? Bring it. And that's the respect Kaido is giving. And I really enjoy that aspect too, because he says that he's going to vaporize the power. So we have a 2-bit blast. It's amazing. It's a huge clash in the sky. Kaido grows. Like, this flaming drum dragon is like 5 times the size of regular Kaido. It's insanely big. As I said, we jump back to the flashback parts of it later. But, so Luffy's still in Gear 5th or Joy Boy form, whatever you want to call it, and they both clash. It's a blazing Bagawa and a Bajrang Gun, which is apparently reference to Bajrang Bali, Han Human, the Hindu monkey god, potentially the inspiration for Sun Wukong. Kanji means Monkey King. So pretty much it's the Monkey King gun. It's the Son Goku gun. So people aren't going to be happy about that because nobody wanted the Sun Wukong thing to be a thing. But alright, it is what it is. So we see a bunch of the flashbacks going on. We see Kawamatsu finally... Like where have you been? Apparently he's been working along and blah blah blah. We're seeing the samurai. We're watching the flashback of Odin's death. We see all that stuff. Orochi talking about the smiles, the daimyo that he couldn't convince, from Udon and Ringo and etc. He couldn't convince them, and then they all tried to fight Kaido. They lost, of course. We know they lost the battle, especially with the Yamato's backstory and stuff like that. We know that they lost that battle. So then after we see, the factories are built, the smile fruit users are being eaten, blah, blah, blah. It's just absolutely horrible. And Orochi is the worst piece of shit ever to exist. And then Orochi still in this flaming dragon form. I hate that. I absolutely hate the idea that the Sea Stone Nail and this thing is still fucking alive. And then in the end, we all called it. I don't think there was a single person that said, where's Denjiro? Where's Denjiro? Denjiro's going to come save Komurosaki, Hiyori, and that's exactly what happened. Denjiro. Now, I'm going to go on a little bit of a Phil thing. Would you forget the head slicing thing? Because he's a goddamn Yamamoto no Orochi. He's a Hydra. Keep cutting off his head. He goes 3 more. Stop doing it. But, anyways... I hope this, for once, is the goddamn end of Orochi. So when we jump back to the final panel, it's fine. But yeah, Orochi is, I hope at this point, Oda, stop faking it out. Orochi is dead. Orochi should have been dead long ago. Now, officially, finally dead. Denjiro has come back. He's looking pretty studly, saving Hiyori at the last time. And then we see all the flying lanterns and what they say, save us from this hell, please make Orochi disappear, save Wano, give us a simple cup of water, all these things that they're throwing up. They just want to live a life once again. And the final shot, of course, is the clash that was still going on between Luffy, Monkey D, and Kaido of the Beasts. So, very... as I said, I wasn't a huge fan of the chapter overall because at the end of the day, we wasted time with the whole building up the fact that Orochi's an evil son of a bitch. We already knew Orochi was an evil son of a bitch. We did not need that. We did not need that. We could have had the clash. You could have jumped back to other people, even if it wasn't, we don't need any more flashbacks. We don't need any more explanation that, Gramps taught me Rio, and then we get the flashback, Rio, it's the making eye contact. It's no, it's Armament Hockey 2.0. We get it. We know you learned that, Luffy. Stop jumping back to that flashback and wasting a panel, and then we got it. Odin's dead. We got it. Orochi's evil. We got it. Wano has been under tyranny for 20 years. We understand that. This chapter was sort of almost filler feeling. Other than the fact that, Kaido apparently, I'm assuming that this Flaming Dragon version is his awakening. It's his final move. It's his awakening, whatever you want to call it. And then Luffy, this is his final attack. It's his ultimate Son Wukong gun. And then we have Denjiro finally killing off Orochi. Poetic a little bit. So the beginning part is good. The ending part is good. The rest of it in between is can we please just move on to the ending part? So I wasn't a huge fan of the chapter. I don't know what you guys thought. There's nothing really wrong with anything that happened in the chapter. It's just the pacing was abysmal. It's yeah, we get it. They're gonna clash. Let's go. So maybe it's because the arc's too long. I don't know. Have to wait and see. Reading it week to week maybe has us a little unappreciative. I'm not sure, but anyway, that's the chapter. That's the review. What did you guys think? Like, comment, subscribe. Fourth and most importantly, don't forget to drink, but responsibly as I always do. We'll see you beautiful people back here again, I'm sure, next time for the next piece of One Piece. One Piece, chapter 1049. Hopefully better than this one. We'll see you back here next time. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.